our beloved children of Primary 4. We are back in our daily program. Today, I'm going to introduce another area, but it's about ethnic groups. Today's lesson, we are going to look at the social setup of people in our district. Social setup of people in our district. And under the social setup of people in our district, we shall discuss about the tribes, clans, lineage, and families. So if you look at the social setup of people in our district, we are saying that people in our district are organized under 1. Tribes, 2. Clans, 3. Lineage, 4. Families. So these are the 4 ways how people are organized in our community where we are living and even our district. So if you look at these 4 groups, where you have the tribes, where you have the clans, where you have the lineage, and also families. Now we are going to look at it one by one. And our first way how people are organized in our district is a tribe. When you talk about a tribe, we mean a group of people with the same origin, culture, and speak the same language. So we have 3 terms that you can use when you are defining a tribe. We are saying that a tribe is a group of people with the same origin, culture, and speak the same language. Now, if you look at origin, where do we originate from? Like an example, look at the Bantu tribes. The Bantu tribes originated from one ethnic group, and that was Bantu ethnic group. What was the original homeland of the Bantu ethnic group? It was Cameroon Highlands. Then you have culture. When I talk of culture, we refer to the way how people live and behave in a given society. Culture is the way how people live and behave in a given society. Then you have 2 types of culture. One, you have material culture, and you also have non-material culture. They may even ask you, what is culture? Give the 2 types of culture. So under culture, we have 2 types. We have material culture, and we also have non-material culture. We shall discuss more about culture. So when you are defining a tribe, we are saying that a tribe is a group of people with the same origin, culture, and speak the same language. What can you give an examples of tribes? Look at the Bantu tribes. Look at the areas where you are coming from. We have very many examples of tribes. For example, we have Baganda as a tribe. We have Basoga. We have Banyoro. We have Banyankole, etc. So we have very many examples of tribes in Uganda. Then we have the second one, a clan. They can ask you what a clan is. A clan is a group of people under one forefather. Or you can say that a clan is a group of people under one ancestor. So we have these 2 words. We have the word forefather and we also have the word ancestor. So if you are defining a clan, you either use it for a father or you can use the word ancestor. So we are saying that a clan is a group of people under one forefather or under one ancestor. Then if you look at the clans, like in Buganda, we have very many examples of clans. Like you have the Monk clan, or it's called now Chima clan. Then we also have other examples of clans. So I'm giving you an assignment of looking at examples of clans among the Baganda. What can we give at examples of clans? So that will be your assignment. Then, if you look at the clan, we have the symbols. What are the symbols of a clan? Yes, what can we give? One, we have clan name. Each clan has a name. Like I've given you an example of Mark clan. But still you can give more examples of clans, especially those ones who are living in Central. So we have the clan name as a symbol of a clan. Then we have a clan totem. We have a clan totem. When I talk of totem, this is what we consider to be most important in our clans. And remember, we are not supposed to eat our totems. So make sure you understand your totem. My dear children of primary 4, still you ask your parents, because there are some of you who cannot mention, who cannot tell your totems. A totem is what we consider to be most important in our clan. Then the third one, we also have drumming. The way we drum is totally different. So there are three major symbols of a clan. One we say we have a clan name, we have a clan totem, then we also have the drumming. Then each clan is headed by a clan head. When I talk of a clan head, we are looking at a person who heads a clan. Now, what are the duties of a clan head? One, to register clan members. So if you look at the clan head is supposed to register the clan members. Then also have keeping the records. A clan head is supposed to keep the clan records. Like an example, they always conduct meetings. And in every meeting, they always write minutes. So the work of a clan head is now to keep the clan records. Then you also have settling disputes among the clan members. If there is any conflict, if there are maybe people have got some misunderstandings in the clan, a clan leader or a clan head is supposed to settle their misunderstandings or their conflicts. So a clan head settles clan disputes or clan conflicts. Then you also have looking after the clan property. A clan head is supposed to look after the clan property. So all the property that belongs to the clan, they are supposed to be kept by the clan head or the clan leader. Now after looking at the two, we have the clan and the tribe. We can also look at the third one. Remember, we are looking at the way how people are organized in our district. People are organized in our district in 4 ways. One, we said through a tribe, or through tribes, through clans, through lineage, and through families. So after looking at what a clan is, the symbols of a clan, and even the duties of a clan leader, we can also look at the lineage. When we talk of lineage, what do we mean? We are saying that a lineage is a small group of people in a clan. A lineage is a small group of people in a clan. So we are saying that a lineage is a small group of people in a clan. So if you look at a clan, there are some other small groups, and those groups are called the lineage. So under lineage, we look at the small group of people in a clan. Then we also have families. So these are the 4 ways how people are organized in our district. So we can look at the last one, and that is a family, or you can say families. Now they can ask you what a family is. A family is a group of people living together, related by blood, marriage, or adoption. So we have these 3 key words. We have the word blood, we have the word marriage, and we have the word adoption. So when we are defining marriage, we have to use the 3 words. So we are saying that a family is a group of people living together by blood, marriage, or adoption. There are some of you cannot differentiate a family from a community. They cannot give the difference between a family and a community. A community is a group of people living and working together. So if you look at it, a community, we are saying that a community is a group of people living and working together. Like an example, you can talk of the school community. You can talk of the market community. We have the family community. A group of people living and working together. But if you look at a family, we are saying that a family is a group of people living together, related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Look at the spelling of adoption. There are some of you who are ever using letter A. This should be letter O. The word adoption is A-D-O-P-T-I-O-N. So under family, we have the first one as a nuclear family. I want to emphasize the spelling of nuclear family. We don't use letter W, like in most cases. Some of you end up writing the word nuclear like this, N-E-W-C-L-E-A-R. This one here is wrong. This one here is nuclear, but the word is nuclear family. So when you are writing the word nuclear family, we don't have letter W, so this one here is wrong. The word nuclear is N-U-C-L-E-A-R. So you have a nuclear family. Then under nuclear family is a type of family comprising of parents and biological children. So if you look at nuclear family, we have 2 groups of people. One, we are talking about parents. And under parents, one we look at the mother and the father. Then the second one is the biological children. Biological children. So when we are defining a nuclear family, these are the 2 words that we are going to use. One, we have parents, and we also have biological children. So if you look at a nuclear family, we are saying that a nuclear family is a type of family comprising of parents and their biological children. So under nuclear family, we only have parents and children, and should be their own children. Then under extended family, extended family, what do we find there? One, we have parents, we have children, and you also have other relatives. What can you give as examples of relatives? One, you can talk of, one, we have the grandparents, we have the grandparents. What else? You can talk of the uncles, we have the aunts, etc. So if you look at an extended family, we are saying that an extended family is a type of family comprising of parents, children, and the other family relatives. So make sure you understand these two types of work. In most cases, they always ask to give the difference. What is the difference between a nuclear family and an extended family? You also look at the spelling of extended family. Extended, the word extended is E-X-T-E-N-D-E-D. The word is extended. So we have nuclear family and we also have an extended family. I say that a nuclear family, we have parents and the biological children. Then an extended family, we have 3 groups of people. We have their parents, we have their children, and we also have family relatives. So it does give the difference between a nuclear family and an extended family. You can give the difference by looking at the definition of the two. Then we shall also discuss more about the third type, and that is the foster family. So we shall look at the 3 types of families. One, we have nuclear family, extended family, and also have foster family. So today's lesson has been about the social setup of people in our district. We have looked at the 4 terms. 1, the tribes. 2, the clans. 3, lineage. 4, families. So in case they ask you some questions about these 4 terms, I expect you to give the correct answers. Like in most cases, they always ask to define a tribe. What is a tribe? Then give any 2 examples of tribes that you know. Then what is a clan? Symbols of a clan. And what name is given the person who is a clan. And even what are the duties of the clan leader. Then even a family. What is a family? But here I've emphasized, there are some of you cannot differentiate a family from a community. So those are 2 different terms. Then even you have 4 types of families. So my beloved children of primary 4, before I end my lesson, I want to remind you about the work that we are ever sending. And you are supposed to come for that work, or you are supposed to come and pick the hard copy. Then also look at the organization of your work. Try to underline on the headings. Try to punctuate the date and also use the best handwriting. Otherwise, thank you for listening to me.